How does it play out? You've thought about it millions of times, right? Like
it's Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania 40. I will die on that hill. I don't think anybody should dethrone Roman unless it's Cody. With that being said, I would never ever in a million years be upset if it was Jey Uso. But also with that being said, because again I'm looking at stories and I'm looking at the best route for them to go. Where the hell has Jimmy Uso been? He's been in the hospital because Roman Reigns, right? I look at Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa as wild cards. I think eventually Solo Sikoa becomes the tribal chief long term, right? But in order to get there, we got to see more family issues. And I think Jimmy cost Jey the match. I do. I genuinely believe he's going to be pissed off because it's all because of Jey. All this happened because of Jey, right? So if Jimmy Uso comes in and costs Jey the match, you get that singles feud between them. And I think that is the better route because Roman Reigns, yet again, broken family, yet he retains. And the fact that he retains, it's not even so much that Jimmy is showing his loyalty to Roman, but I just think there's something there. Roman we know he got pinned. We know he can lose. We know he's destructible at this point. But he needs to hold that belt.
Kryptonite.
He is. And who is going to be the guy to stop that?
Only one. It's his brother. It's his twin.
I think it's got to be Jimmy.
And they proved it. Remember when I always go back to right before Jey super kicked Roman, when he made that choice and he looked at him and we're his brother and they looked at each other, and it's sort of that unless you have a twin or whatever, like you don't know, it's that connection. So I think to that connection is that it's the family where it's beyond the belt. My only question to you is yeah, I totally think that it's something like that, right? Because the only way Jey can win is if Solo turned.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's happened. It's too soon yet.
Yeah.
My question is, do we see any of the tribal family, any other tribal family? Not saying The Rock or anything, but do they bring anybody else out?
Yeah, The Rock.
You think they bring The Rock out here? No.
Yeah.
No, it's too early.
No, it could be too early, but here's the thing. They got the whole strike going on in Hollywood, right?
You're right.
So if there's ever a time,
right.
if you ever want to make your B-level pay-per-views feel important, you have The Rock involved. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I have to be realistic. Do I think The Rock will show up? No, I genuinely don't believe so. But they've also been doing this thing with Grayson Waller, talking shit about The Rock on Twitter. He did he had a match against Jey Uso. He did the people's elbow. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have The Rock come back and straighten things out in this family. But I don't think that's going to happen. So if I'm being realistic, I have to say Rikishi's probably the most notable, and I think Rikishi more so gets involved with Jimmy and Jey, not so much Roman.